What's good, yo? What's happening? Shit, I forgot all about that shit. What's happening, man? I wish I could figure out how to make this shit work the way I want it to fucking work. But of course, I don't have what I need. It's all good. Dark truth about relationships. Oh, that's supposed to be there. Oh shit, I forgot. I'm tripping, man. Meant to turn this shit off. And I meant to turn that shit off and I turned that shit up. Hey, I don't want people to think that I'm telling them not to get in relationships, because I'm not. But I just want to expose the truth, because in society, relationships are portrayed as this perfect thing that never goes wrong, and they portray it one way, but they don't tell you the real, or they don't portray it all ways. You know what I mean? It's just one way. It's always like a person's so happy, whatever. So I'm going to try to break this shit down. Probably going to offend people. Oh, well, it is what it is. I got to do what I got to do. And of course, you're going to have people who say, not everybody, all that shit. We know all that. Nobody's saying not everybody. That's why I'm not telling nobody to not get in relationships. I'm just speaking facts on it. You know what I mean? The dark truth about them. That's the whole point. The dark truth about them. Not the don't get in them or whatever. That's you. That's on you. But number one, people get in them because they need help or something. That's the truth. Now, some people are going to say, not me, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it ain't all about money. You can need help mentally. You can need help all type of ways. In a relationship, you're going to get used. Period. I don't care who you are. You're going to get used one way or another. Now, misuse is a different situation. But a lot of people think in their mind that they want a relationship because they're thinking of the benefits that they get from it. They're not looking at the energy that they're going to have to put in. You're going to have to put in more energy. You single right now, all that energy is taken, you're going to have to put in more to make the person you're with happy. See, people don't look at that part. They just look at the part of somebody's going to treat me this way or that way, or I get this or that from this girl or this guy. They don't look at all the other shit, though. Another thing, some people can't even make themselves happy, so they're never going to be happy with you. They're not going to come out flat out say it, but you'll notice after so long, because every time you turn around, it's like, why is this guy or this girl always arguing or starting problems and shit like that? That's because something within them is not happy, so they're projecting it or taking it out on you, should I say. You know, instead of them dealing with their own demons and shit, they're going to take it out on you. They feel like you're responsible for making me happy, you know, and that's a problem, because the partner really shouldn't be responsible for making you happy. First, it starts with you, then the partner too, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, they're not doing that. A lot of people are not happy right now, single, so they think getting with somebody is going to make them happier. And that's not going to happen. It might work for a minute, but once you're with that person for so long, you got to go back and deal with those demons inside you. Them demons ain't going nowhere until you deal with them and conquer them and learn how to manage them. It's a struggle every day to be happy. Happiness ain't some easy thing that just pops up. You know what I mean? You actually got to choose to be happy. A lot of things can go on in life that can make us not happy as a person. You know what I mean? Or throw us off. It could be on Facebook. I could be in a good mood and log on Facebook and see some bullshit, and then now I'm not in a good mood type of shit. You know what I mean? But I still allow that to happen. But the point is, without help from your partner, if you don't have help from your partner to make them happy, it's not going to work. They're not going to be happy. They're going to blame it on you too. Because when someone is not happy or they can't seem to find happiness, they look for it in other places and other things, and they don't understand the root of their unhappiness. It's something within them that they have to deal with. You know what I mean? But a lot of them don't want to do that. They don't want to deal with that, so they use things to mask it, and one of those things is probably you. For men, a lot of times they get relationships because they think, well, I'm going to have, what do you call it? Consistent sex. So say he's a man, he's not really getting sex single. So he's like, oh, let me get with her. I want a girlfriend so I can have sex all the time. And that shit ain't going to work. So he's not going to be happy eventually. You know what I'm saying? I know that's not what women want to hear, but it's the truth. For the most part, men get in relationships because of that, consistent sex. You know what I mean? Or they need a woman to clean for them or do their laundry or whatever. It's the truth. A lot of y'all gonna say, nah, that ain't true. You know what I mean? My man love me, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying they don't. I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for that, but I do know this. Most men who, how can I say this? Most men who end up in relationships, especially if they can't get women, are doing that out of desperation. You know what I mean? And vice versa, women, we already know what time it is with them. They're looking for stability and shit like that. But I guess the difference between the females is a woman who actually can hold her own versus a woman who needs a man or thinks she needs a man. But it's not just financially with a woman. It's more of a mental thing than anything, because as men, we don't care about being providers for women that we like. So that's really not an issue. It's the mental thing that's going to get you. If she's not mentally solid, she might cheat on you or something because y'all not getting along quite so good right now or something. And it's too late once another dick been in your girlfriend. I mean, a lot of times y'all don't even know this is happening. I've seen it with my own eyes. A woman go back to the man and never say a word, and the man don't even know because he don't know what to look for. He thinks his woman love him to death. A lot of women don't even love the man they with. They just with the man because of the security. They couldn't get the guy they really wanted. You know what I mean? The Chad, the Tyrone, the Pookie, the Ray Ray. They couldn't get that guy. So in the end, I'm just going to choose the stability. And that's what happens with a lot of females. They want the Chad or the Tyrone when they're young. Pookie, Ray Ray. But, Pookie, Ray Ray, Chad, and Tyrone, they bums, and most of them are players and bums. So that's not going to pan out later when a woman start to have kids or kids by those guys, and now, I need the solid man, but I get it, because the way I have desiring a woman is different than when I was 15. So I give a woman a little pass, but I don't give them a complete pass, because a lot of them literally purposely brushed off good dudes just cause they thought it was cute or some shit. You know what I mean? They thought being with the bad guy was more sexy or fun or whatever. We're not going to get into all that, man. But the dark secret to that would be, as a man, a lot of times the woman, you're not her first choice. You know what I mean? You really got to make, and how you know if you're the woman's first choice? If she's attractive and she got her own shit going on. Like, she probably been single a long time. Or she probably was in a long-term relationship and now she's trying to fuck with you. But if she been out in the streets like that, 9 times out of 10, you definitely not her first choice. You know what I mean? She just going from man to man. You know what I mean? She likes the excitement. She likes the thrill. So if you the type of guy that want a relationship, that don't even add up right. That's why she chooses Pookie and Ray Ray. Because they're not the type that really want the relationship. They just want the now. Mr. Right Now. They're not Mr. Right. They're Mr. Right Now. She's not going to choose you because, if she's choosing you, you're probably not the first choice, because she's the type that doesn't want long term. She wants to just have fun. You don't even line up with her agenda. And she knows that. Women know if a man's really trying to fuck with them or not. That's why I don't even feel sorry for them when they pick the wrong guys anymore. I used to, but not anymore, because I know they know. You know what I mean? I know women know now. Now I'm smart enough to understand that these women know exactly what they're doing. You know what I mean? But another thing is, since you're not their first choice, man, she gonna be mess with somebody behind your back. She might actually care about you too. This is another scary thing. A person can actually care about you and still fuck with other people. People say it's not true. People say a woman can't do it. Yes, the fuck she can. A woman can care about a man and still fuck another man. I don't know who told y'all this. It can't happen. Because remember, loyalty is a choice. And that's why it's so scary, because a motherfucker can actually like you or love you and still want to fuck other people. It's possible. You say it's not. In my opinion, it's not. But I do understand, like, a person can do it, because I understand, like, if I really like a woman, I still find other women attractive. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't go there. I would just go to her for my pleasure. But I see why some people still could do it. Or they've been hurt by somebody. They think it's over. That's the only way they know how to deal with it. So they go fuck somebody else, then they go back. A lot of y'all men claim that women can't do this. Bullshit. They do it every day. They go out, fuck somebody behind the man's back and go right back to that man. They love the man because the comfort. See, you got to understand why the woman loves the man. You're thinking the woman, since she doesn't like the man, since the man's not her first choice or she desires other men, then it's impossible for her to care about the man. But that's bullshit. Because she might actually like the man before what he's done. She might actually like the man because that man actually cares, and the Pookies and Ray Rays that she sleeps with behind his back don't care. She knows that's the real love. I've seen it with my own eyes, and I've seen other women do it. Seen it with women I've been with before. You know what I mean? They could care about you because they know you love them, right? So they have that bond with you, that attachment with you, but they'll still go behind your back. So don't tell me a woman can't do that. You men are lost if you think this. You know what I mean? It's the same thing that a man does. That's another dark secret. And another dark secret, most men ain't going to love you if there's not sex involved. Nobody want to hear that. I know a woman don't want to hear that shit. But it's the truth. Men need that. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth. Men need it. You can say whatever you want. No, if a man doesn't need sex with the woman that he loves, I don't know how he's doing that. At all? None? I don't know how he's doing that. Because part of a man feeling like he's loved and expressing his love towards a woman and shit has to do with sex. So and not only that, a man's going to start thinking, a smart man anyway, she don't fuck me, she gotta be fucking somebody else. Something's going on. Or she don't desire me. Why the fuck am I going all out for her and she don't even desire to touch me or nothing? That could fuck up a man's ego. Because now he feels unwanted. That's why it's needed. And now my shit says 15%. Fuck. So that shit's needed, man. I know a lot of women going to say, oh, okay, whatever, man. I don't know what to tell you. Try a relationship with a man and not give him sex at all. That'd be like me saying, I'm not doing nothing for the woman. I'm just going to be in a relationship with her. And she better accept it. She's not going to accept that. Because she's in a relationship for the reason of the benefits. Just like a man's in a relationship with a woman for the benefits. He's not just in a relationship with you just because he cares or you're some great person. No, it's benefits. Relationships are based off of benefits. You could still care about somebody, but if the benefits leave, I don't want to fuck with it no more. I don't like the situation. It's not benefiting me. This is what happens. That's why you see like people getting along happy and shit, and then you be like, what happened? that one little monkey wrench that got threw in there, they argued about some finances or some shit like that. Something happened and they threw them off and they started growing apart. That's all it takes. It ain't always cheating. A lot of y'all think it's always cheating. It's not. There's a lot of shit that goes on. And eventually, you're not going to be able to sustain that feeling of what y'all first had in the beginning forever. It's impossible. But if you have the right partner, you know what I'm saying? They're going to appreciate you still. So it'll work still. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a car. It got a whole bunch, 500,000 miles on it, but you still appreciate the car. You still take care of the car. So the car's going to still keep going. You know what I mean? But If you got the partners that, I want something new now and this and that, as soon as that shit is done, whatever that shit is, it could be benefits, feelings, it could be a lot of shit. Whenever that shit's done, that's when they're going to start cheating. And a lot of them have not left you when they start doing this shit is because they haven't found your replacement. And that doesn't mean that they haven't found another person better than you in their mind, but is it a replacement? Are they going to be there for this person like you are? And that's what happens with a lot of men. She can find somebody that she finds more attractive than you. She could find somebody that got more money than you. She could find somebody a whole lot of shit more than you. But is that man going to do what you're doing? This is why cheating happens. Same thing, vice versa. You know what I mean? He could find a girl who might look better than you, blah, blah, blah. Same thing. I'm not going through all that. But is that woman going to be there? Is she going to wash his clothes and all this shit like you do? Probably not. And that's why they stay with you or come back or cheat. People cheat because they got something good. They're getting something out of the person they're cheating on. If they wasn't, they would just simply fucking leave. But a lot of people cannot be alone, and that's why they're in relationships. They're not really with you because you was their number one choice. That's the scary part. Most people, I'm going to say most, and some of y'all can say I'm reaching, most relationships are based off of someone not being able to stay alone or not being able to find the one they really want, so they just got with you because they couldn't stay alone. So they couldn't stay alone and they couldn't get what they really wanted, so they got with you. You were settled for. And some of them marry you and everything. Y'all don't gotta believe me. I'm not saying relationships are supposed to be perfect, but someone been with you just because they couldn't get the other guy, or someone been with you and still cheating or doing this shit behind your back, that's bullshit. I can almost deal with anything else about it. But that shit and the nagging and crying, complaining bullshit, that shit too. That shit too, because a person's not happy within. Some people don't cheat, but they doing the nagging and the complaining all the time. There's always complaining all the time about shit. It's never enough. It's never good enough. I always gotta find something else wrong. Just nitpicking that shit 24/7. You know, a lot of times that's a sign that the person is cheating or unhappy. But sometimes you're not the reason why they're unhappy. It's them, and they don't want to fix it. So they're not going to fix it, and it's going to cause friction. Y'all could be getting along perfect and all that until that Cinderella stage is done. And then this person starts showing who they really fucking are. It ain't even, well, I could say Cinderella stage 2, but a lot of times it's them with the mask. And then once the mask finally come off, I got them mask off. Now I'm going to show my true colors of me bitching and complaining 24/7 type shit. They were scared to do it at first because they didn't want to run you off. But now that they feel like he ain't going nowhere, she ain't going nowhere, now I'm going to just bitch and complain all the time and show them who I really am. And a lot of that stems off of a person not being able to be happy within themselves first before they even got in a relationship. Most people are in relationships for help, not for love or not for experience with another person. It's the fucking truth, man. Benefits, help, money, attention, etc. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be able to get those things in a relationship, but you should be able to bring that shit for yourself first, and then, you know, talk to people, then get in a relationship with people who y'all both could come together and add more to it. But that's not what's happening. Most people are getting in relationships for these things. Not, oh, I got this, but I want to share this with other people. They're not doing that. They're not doing that. And as a result, it's not going to work because they can't even be solid on their own or happy on their own. So how the fuck they going to help you or add it to you? How? If I can't give it to myself, how am I going to give it to the woman? How? How? And even if people can give these things to themselves, did they pick you, number one? Did they pick you because they wanted you? Or did they pick you because Pookie, Ray, whoever, you know, Felicia, whatever, didn't want them? That's the question. Because if they picked you based off of other men not wanting them, or you could say woman vice versa. This is a serious problem. This is a serious. You're gonna get man who playing a video game ignoring you. You're gonna get all that shit because you're just there for the benefit more than anything. You're just there for the convenient sex and shit like that. You know what I mean? And the attachment makes people think that it's really more real than what it really is. That's another dark secret. You know, a lot of people think they're in love, but it's not. It's attachment. If you really rewind back and look at how you was really feeling before you stupidly got attached to a lot of these people, you're gonna come to find out that you was on the fence, like, man, I just need to leave this person alone type shit. But you kept fucking with them, and the more you keep fucking with them, the more the attachment's probably gonna be. You know what I mean? More time you put into it and all this other shit, arguing all this dumbass shit. You know what I mean? That's what happens. Some people, narcissistic people, they'll purposely argue with you. They're trying to draw you in emotionally. You know what I mean? Believe it or not, arguing with people and shit like that, that's still putting emotions and investing emotions into them, because you're investing energy and emotions and shit. It ain't always got to be what's right. It could be what's bad. You know what I mean? That's why you shouldn't even argue with women. First time they fuss, I'm leaving. Talking about what's their reasons. That's why he's doing that. Because he's not even going to even invest in the argument part, because you're still drawing energy from me, which is still attachment at the end of the day. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. You could look on Facebook right now, and maybe you don't know, but I know people could look on Facebook and look at a couple that's hugged up, happy, blah, 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 and somebody probably cheated or some shit, and the other person don't even know or something. Or they do know. Both of them maybe done it. But they look happy and shit, and they act like nothing ever happened and shit. Dark secrets. You thinking, on the outside looking in, oh, look, they so perfect. They not telling you the half. And that's where the deception comes in. That's why a lot of people are so much in a rush to be with somebody, because they don't weigh out the real truth of what it could be like. If you knew the real truth of relationships, you would be kind of filtering out people more than just jumping with them or moving in with them, all this other shit. I love you, 6 months in, all this bullshit. Nah, you would take your time with that. You know what I mean? Even though it's harder for a woman for the most part. But if she's smart, she wouldn't. You don't know the guy yet. You know what I'm saying? I think as a woman, get with a guy that don't need you, right? I think as a man too, get with a woman that don't need you. Everybody talking about people scared of independent women. Nah, those are probably the best move, because you know she's fucking with you because she don't really need you. Well, I can't say she don't need you at all, because she's wanting a relationship for reasons, but she don't depend. She don't depend. Yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? And a man needs a woman too, but the depending on the woman is the issue. That's where you get I got to get a woman because I need consistent sex and I need my laundry done and this and that. And I'm still going to fuck other women outside of that. That's all. I know a lot of men that do this. I got a woman right at home, but they still going to fuck with other women because they only want that woman at home for the comfort of the companionship, doing my laundry, the sex and all this shit. And this woman thinks it's love. Same vice versa. I don't want to do that. And I don't want y'all to end up doing that shit. Man, something's in my eye. I don't want y'all to end up this way, man. And I don't really have an answer on how you know who's who. You just got to take your time with people. You got to find one you feel is worth the risk and take your time. See what happens. There is no other way. You got to roll the dice. But it's got to be somebody worth the risk of rolling the fucking dice. If not, then why? This is where the key of not rushing to get with somebody, being able to love yourself comes in. And I feel like by you doing this, you'll pick the right person. I feel like by you not doing this, you'll pick the wrong person. When you're not loving yourself and trying to work on yourself and learn how to love yourself, you're not going to be able to recognize love from somebody else, because you don't even recognize it in your damn self. So you're probably going to pick the wrong person. You're going to want the wrong person for the wrong reasons, pick them for the wrong reasons, rush and all this other shit. But if you actually start to love yourself and shit, nah, not going to happen. Shout out to Frank trying to get me that barber. That's where I found him. Yeah, the cuts. Yes, sir. That Cuts app is that Cups app is the Cuts. The Cuts app is the shit. It is the shit. But I mean, everybody put their best pictures on there, so it's difficult. Like, I do fuck with it though. Shout out to the Cuts app for barbers. Pretty good way to find them if you can find the right one. Man, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. I know y'all. I just want the right relationship. That's all I can say about it. Y'all, I mean, if I can't have that, if I'd rather be alone than to deal with that wrong relationship shit. That's all I'm saying. You know, and that's a lot of people in relationship. They not happy, dog. They look like they are, but they not. And y'all single people, this is what makes you miss the relationship because you're not thinking about how they really are. And you're not considering that most of these people in relationships, they getting cheated on, lied, fighting every night, all type of shit used. The best relationship to have is two people who don't really need each other but want each other. That way you know that that person is there for you. And I'm not saying need is always money. I hate when somebody goes there with that. A man don't really give a fuck about the money like that. For sure. A man really don't. Because the man wants to be the provider. But there's other ways a person can need you. Attention, this and that. You can't play one game of PlayStation. What are you doing? I got to use that as an excuse because that's an example because that's a good one. Not saying a man should neglect a woman for the PlayStation, but that's a good one. Because women do this shit a lot. You know, I don't want you ever to play the PlayStation. And now you're taking away from the man's happiness. That'd be like a man saying, I don't ever want you to go out, this and that. You can't do this. You can't. Before you met him, you know what I mean? You was doing this and this. Not saying if they was wrong, I get it. Like if it could fuck with, if it's like you doing shit single wise versus relationship wise, I get it. But other shit, just like going out shopping with your girlfriend or something. Now he don't want you to do this. He don't want you to do that. That's crazy. All because of insecurities within the person. You know what I mean? So they think that you don't like them and all this other shit. Man, it's not what it's cracked up to be if it's the wrong. I mean, it's not what most relationships make it cracked up to be. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. I'm not saying there's not people out there that are really happy. You know what I mean? There are. And the scary thing is some people are actually happy, but they really, it's a toxic situation. But they still happy. And hey, if you still happy, getting cheated on and shit, what can I say? I can't say shit. But believe me when I tell you, there's a lot of people out here who getting cheated on, abused, etc., and they still happy with the person. They happy with the situation. They know he cheats. Still happy. I know she cheats, dog. I'm still going to be a dummy. Can't help everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just don't let that shit be you. You know what I mean? Make sure you're their first choice, man. If you're a woman watching, most men get with a woman because they can't get women no more. They can't get pussy. So let me just get with you. You know what I mean? But he really wants the model. Or whatever. You know what I mean? Make sure the man really want you. He ain't going to cheat if he really want you. Every man cheat. No. Every man. The reason why men cheat is because they really desire this one. They didn't have the balls to wait and get what they really want. They needed somebody to do their laundry and all this other shit. So they got with you. Same thing, vice versa with the females. Can't make it on her own, blah, blah, blah. Let me get a man. But you're not the one she really wants. So guess what's going to happen? Cheating, lying, arguing, etc. Why even be in a relationship? Come home, peace, no nothing. I don't hear a word. That's what I'm talking about. If I can't come home to a woman and be peaceful, then why the fuck would I want one? Not saying it can't happen, but you get my point. And why the fuck, now that I look back, you deny like, nah, she ain't fucking around. They stand with you. Here's what it is. It's a woman and man. They're staying with you because you're the safety net. I want these other guys or girls, but they're not going to cook for me. They're not going to do my laundry. Or he's not going to give me money. He's not going to do this or that. most people, I'm telling you, most people are in relationships for this. For the benefits. It's not for the love, man. It's for the benefits. I don't ever want to be that again. I'd rather be single for the rest of my life before I settle for a woman who really wants this, but I'm going to get with you. I really want Tom Brady, but I'm going to get with you, Twan, the black guy, whatever. I really want super dark Wesley Snipes, but I'm going to get with you because they don't want me. Nah, fuck that. I want the woman to want me because she sees the greatness and value in me. That's what you want in a man. But the men, a lot of times, they're not just the men, the women too, but men, a lot of times, they like to gas the woman up to make her think she's the best ever. But really, he's looking at this girl, he want to fuck in this one. You just there for the laundry and shit, man. I hate to say it. I'm not saying there's not a man that don't want to be, that thinks you're the best. You are his model. There's men out there, you are their model. You know what I mean? You they superstar, basically. But a lot of times y'all don't want them because it comes off of unattractive. The guy who doesn't want to cooperate seems more attractive, or more mysterious, he seems more attractive. It is what it is, man. I can't make people pick what's right for them. But it goes back to the dark secrets of relationships. Motherfuckers are in relationships 9 times out of 10 because they couldn't get who they really wanted and they couldn't handle being alone. So they needed that. They needed a relationship to make it in life. Basically, I need a relationship to make it in life. And it ain't just money. It could be anything. Emotion, anything. I need somebody to take care of my daughter. It could be anything. Just had somebody the other night. The guy beats on her and everything. She's not going to leave. I said, you could leave or stay. They ain't heard, and she ain't replied back yet. She said she thanked God for my videos. It's helping her, but it ain't helping her, apparently, because you still ain't left. And he won't leave her alone, blah, blah, blah. Claims she tried to call, man, she tried to call the police. Ain't no way. He would have stopped leaving her alone. The police could stop a motherfucker from leaving a girl alone. But she don't want that. She gonna stay in it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I don't know. But, you know, all the other great men that she could have, by the time she decides to leave, he gonna ruin that girl. She not even gonna want to love no more. Not a girl, it's a woman. She not gonna want to love no more. Because that dude's gonna beat her down so fucking much that she's not even gonna be capable of doing it. Which brings me to another dark secret of relationships. A lot of people, they're just damaged from other relationships and you're the Band-Aid. And yes, a Band-Aid can last for years and all that bullshit. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers don't even want to be with you, but they can't be alone. They need you, so I got to stay. I got to act like I love you, but I really don't. I don't really love you. I'm just going to act like it because I want the benefits and I need it for survival. And men do it too. It ain't just women. It's men too. Because remember, survival ain't all about money. It could be a lot of shit. It could be emotional, all that shit, right? This is why it's important to get with somebody who is solid on their own, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Not only being solid on, plus when the person's solid on their own, they're actually going to take time away before they actually jump in with somebody else. Even if they broke up with somebody and then next week they meet the perfect person, they still going to take time with the person. They're not going to just jump with the person. But you can't determine when the perfect person come along for you. So shit, damn, this is a perfect woman, but I can't fuck with her like that yet because I'm kind of still fucked up over the last shit. So I'm gonna let her know that, and I'm just gonna take time with her. But motherfuckers can't even do that. They telling you they love them, and then they love you, and then when the other guy or girl come back to X, now they don't know you no more. And you don't even know. They done went off and try to start a whole another relationship behind your back or some shit. Because this shit happens behind your back too sometimes. You know, this is why some people are quick to be with the next person when the relationship's over. Because they was already there. You know, they was already out the door and the person was already there. They was already trying to replace you before. Motherfuckers don't let go of this branch before they go to there. They monkey branch. They not the type, man, you know what, I do care about a person this much, then I'm going to give them the respect of walking away and then just being on my own. They can't take that blow. They can't handle it. The blow's too strong for them. You know why? Because they never was equipped in the first place before they even got with you in the first place to stand alone. This is the type of shit that happens when you get with somebody who's not equipped with that. A man or a woman who's equipped with being able to stand alone. When y'all break up and if they was really there to fuck with you and really there for you, they going to take a break. They're not going to be, oh, let me go get this one or that. When people can say this is how, people can say people handle shit differently all the fuck they want to. I'm not buying that bullshit. When you really care about somebody, last thing you want to deal with is another woman or man. You know what I mean? And if you don't need the comfort and all this other bullshit, you definitely ain't going to deal with them right now. You want to take that break. Shit, you might get back with the person, right? But when you're dealing with these people who aren't strong like that, she done already fucked 3 guys. Now y'all can't get back together even if you wanted to. Or he done already done this and that. You know what I mean? I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling you. Man, how much? I don't want to cut out on y'all. I got 6 left. 6% left. It's best. I know it's hard. I know it's hard as fuck to get to wait for somebody who actually like you and shit. But it's the best thing because you don't have to worry about the cheating. Even if it don't work. Let's just say me, for example, because I like to use me a lot. If I get with a woman who chose me, not because she had to, damn, down to 5. Oh, shit. If I get with a woman who chose me for me, not because she couldn't get with somebody else and all this other shit, right? I don't have to be worried about her fucking somebody else behind my back and shit. Because I'm the best. I'm LeBron. I'm Jay-Z. I'm this, I'm that. I'm her Jay-Z. I'm her LeBron. I'm whatever. She don't want another guy. But when they getting with you, this is woman or man, when they getting with you for the consistent sex or whatever they think they going to get out of it and not for you because they think you the best, they gonna fuck around, or once they get somebody who think they think is better, they gone. They constantly looking. This is why the video game is more important than you. Not saying the man shouldn't be allowed to play the video game, but this is why. I'm gonna play the video game and then I'm gonna fuck her. That's it. I don't want to show her no affection, no nothing, because she's only there for the benefit. This is what happens. Well, I might get married year 20. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Year 20, still ain't married yet. Telling y'all, man, I've been on both sides. I've been on the side of settling for someone that I really didn't want before in life. And I've been on the side of where I think they settled. You know what I mean? And remember, settling is in the mind of the person. That don't mean that I wasn't the best choice. But in their mind, they were settling. They wanted Wesley Snipes. They wanted Tom Brady. Or whatever. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying literally, but giving y'all examples. They didn't want the brown guy. They wanted the dark guy, the whatever guy. You get my point. He didn't really want the skinny girl. He wanted the big booty girl, this or that. So it is what it is, man. Man. Dark side of this shit. I gotta go for now because this shit gonna cut off, man. But maybe a part 2 later. But, you know, if you get the right person, it's a beautiful thing. But if not, it's a lot of dark bullshit and it's not worth it. Just stay happy alone until you think that you might have found someone or whatever the case. But even then, they can switch up on your ass. So, I mean, I guess enjoy the ride while you can. But all this fairy tale shit and all this other shit, you're going to be disappointed and not happy anyway. If you get with somebody, because they're not going to be perfect and the relationship's not going to be. Even if you got with your dream girl or guy, eventually you're going to see that they're not perfect and neither is the relationship. So therefore, your expectations was up here and now they didn't meet them. Instead of you just being realistic about it, your expectations are like on an even playing field. Like, damn, I didn't expect that much. She did this much. Or he did this much. I was only expecting this much. But when your shit way up here, he got to be perfect and she got to be perfect and the relationship got to be perfect, you're going to be disappointed. Because you're not looking for the love and happiness within yourself and from the Most High God first. If you don't get it there first, it's not going to be enough. Just seen somebody. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, it's gone, y'all. Just seen somebody say he's not happy. He got everything he wants. And he's still not happy. And I told him because he needed to go within first. I got to go because it's going to cut off anyway.